ഇല്ല സാറേ, ഞാൻ ചെയ്തോളൂ. മറ്റേ കഴിഞ്ഞു. യൂട്യൂബ് ലൈവ് പോയി.
Hello. Sir, Srisha sir?
Yeah, yes, I am here.
Shall we start now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Told that when created immense together with global education, I believe we can bring glory together. A very good morning and welcome to the first International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment, Icsee 2022. Let us start the ceremony with a prayer. I invite Ms. Ananda for the prayer. Thank you, Ananda. Now I invite Dr. Govindan P., Organizing Secretary of Icsee 2022, for a briefing of the conference.
Good morning, Welcome to the 5th International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment. Respected Principal, Honorable Chief Guests, distinguished speakers of Icsee 2022, dignitaries, delegates, members of the press and media. As the Organizing Secretary of Icsee 2022 of Government College in Kanpur, I am proud to present a briefing of this international conference. Icsee 2022 is sponsored by Tech Facebook and organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Icsee has been one of the important annual events of Government College in Kanpur, in which focus is placed on sharing of new knowledge towards academic excellence, research-based development and entrepreneurship in realizing the vision of becoming a globally renowned institution of excellence in interdisciplinary research, envisaged to accelerate the journey towards a sustainable environment. Society is facing the challenge of climate change and struggling to reach targets for reducing
greenhouse gas emissions. Humanity living in balance with nature and trying to minimize negative environmental effects by promoting sustainability are desirable in the long term. In this direction, the theme emphasized in this conference has been energy and environment management towards sustainable growth. The whole journey began with a workshop held on 17th November 2012 for setting up a Center for Systems, Energy and Environment with the aim of researchers to contribute towards research and society relevant projects with the following thrust areas: modeling and analysis of engineering systems, technologies for sustainable development, renewable energy and energy management, environment and green technology, and eco-friendly structures and equipments. Icsee 2022 is the 8th edition of the conference NCSE, 5th one at the international level and 2nd one conducted in a fully virtual mode. The conference was conducted annually from 2013 to 2017, 2019 and in 2021. The objective of Icsee 2022 is to provide a highly interactive environment so as to bring together researchers, academicians, professionals, scientists and fraternity from industrial institutions and students of different disciplines for exploration of innovative ideas, discussions on latest research findings and dissemination of current trends in research and development. There has been an overwhelming response to all four papers Icsee 2022. 220 full papers were received from 609 authors, 609 authors through the e-conference document management system, Icsee chair, and thorough plagiarism check and scrutiny was conducted to ensure quality and content. The papers were subjected to a rigorous and comprehensive peer review process in which more than 500 national and international experts in several interdisciplinary areas, including the areas of systems, energy and environment participated. 105 papers by 258 authors were selected for oral presentation and inclusion in the proceedings. The selected papers have been categorized into different sections: structural engineering, water resource engineering, environmental engineering, geotechnical engineering, concrete technology, geographical information systems, energy engineering, thermal science and engineering, manufacturing engineering, design of mechanical systems, industrial engineering, microgrid, power quality, electric drives, power systems, image processing, signal processing, IoT, etc. We sincerely hope that the conference will inspire the researchers to pursue their work along these avenues. The collection of papers reflects a true account of current research and development trends that bring out the interdisciplinary nature of the conference. Publication of present papers in peer-reviewed journals or standard proceedings is essential for researchers to increase the visibility of the work and to achieve the recognition the work potentially deserves. All the selected papers will be published in the reputed SSRN repository, which is a subsidiary of Elsevier, as conference proceedings. SSRN is an open access online preprint community which provides valuable services to renowned academic schools and leading government institutes. On behalf of the organizing committee, I express sincere gratitude to Dr. T.R. Srikrishnan sir, distinguished professor IIT Delhi and chairman of EOG, Kannur, who gave his kind consent to inaugurate ICSE 2022. We express our deep gratitude to Honorable Sir. Sir, your presence is a great source of inspiration to all of us. I gratefully acknowledge our principal for her continuous encouragement and motivation. The organizing committee express sincere thanks to all dignitaries, keynote speakers, chairpersons, and other delegates for their kind cooperation. We are thankful to Director of Technical Education, Government of Kerala, for the support rendered to us for the smooth conduct of the conference. We express our gratitude to all authors, reviewers, national and international advisory committee members, conference coordinators from different departments, ICSE 2022 subcommittee members, faculty, staff, research scholars, and PG students for their cooperation and wholehearted support. The committee would like to congratulate Mr. J. John K., Instructor Grade 2 of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, for designing all the conference posters. The papers selected for the oral presentations as well as for inclusion in the proceedings present several important developments relating to the research and development activities in the emerging areas of systems, energy and environment. Altogether, there are 9 keynote sessions and 18 technical sessions. We hope that ICSE 2022 will meet the expectations of the participants and will provide useful directions to the new researchers, impetus to pursue further research work and lead to further advancements in these areas. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Srijit B., convener of ICSEE 2022 and head of the Department Mechanical Engineering, for the welcome speech.
Morning to all attendees. Respected Principal Dr. U. Rajani, presiding in this function. Our Chief Guest, Honorable Chairman of our BOG, Dr. Srikrishnan T.R. Sir, Organizing Secretaries Dr. Govindan P. and Shijin M. PG Dean Dr. Sajid K. Active Coordinator Dr. Kishore Kumar B.B. PTA President Mr. Lakshmanan K. Participants and delegates from various institutions, faculty members, staff members, and dear students. Today, 5th International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment, organized by our institution, will be inaugurated by our Honorable Chairman, BOG, and Professor at IIT Delhi, Dr. Srikrishnan T.R. As you are all aware, we are in the midst of a crisis like no other. The pandemic and war has sent shock waves through the global economy. People are worried about their lives and livelihoods. The objectives of this conference is to provide a common platform for engineers, researchers, and technologists to exchange technical, scientific and experimental ideas and provide solutions for sustainable development at a global level. It gives me immense pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming everybody. I heartily welcome our chief guest, Honorable Chairman of UOG and Professor Dr. Sri Krishnan Tia, who is joining us online, for spending his valuable time for inaugurating this event in spite of his busy schedule. Our respected principal, Dr. Rajini VO, is supporting all the events in this institute and motivating and inspiring us. She is supporting us from the beginning of the successful organization of this event. I extend a warm welcome to our principal, Dr. Rajini VO, to this session. Organizing secretaries, Dr. Govindan P. and Professor Chitin M. have been working very hard for the past few months for realizing this conference. I welcome Dr. Govindan P. and Professor Chitin M. to this event. Dr. Sajid K., Dean PG of this institution, is offering felicitations in this session. I welcome Dr. Sajid K. to this event. This conference is being organized. The financial support of Technical Education Quality Improvement Program, or TechCube. Dr. Kishore Kumar VV is the TechCube coordinator of this institution. He is also offering felicitations in this session. I welcome Dr. Kishore Kumar VV to this session. Parent Teacher Association, or PTA, of this institution is providing support and motivating us to organize various events in this institution. President of PTA, Sri Lakshmanan K., is offering felicitations in this session. He is expected to join this session in a few minutes. I welcome Mr. Lakshmanan K. to this inaugural session. Various delegates from various institutions. Many of them are authors and co-authors of the papers which is being presented in this conference, and also several keynote speakers from various institutions across the globe are participating in this event, online and offline. I offer a warm welcome to all the distinguished people who are offering the keynote address and delegates and authors of various papers. Heads of various departments of this institution are supporting us from the beginning for the successful conduct of the events. I am very happy to welcome all the head of the departments to this event. I also warmly welcome faculty members from various departments of this institution to this function. I also extend a cordial welcome to technical staff members and administrative staff members of this institution who are present here. I also extend a warm welcome to the parents who are joining online and offline in this session. Last but not least, I offer warm welcome to all my dear students, both UG and PG, as well as research scholars, various departments to this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I invite Dr. V.O. Rajini, the Principal, Government College of Engineering, Kannur, for the presidential address.
Very warm good morning to one and all. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Professor Icsee Krishnan, Organizing Secretaries of Icsee 2022 and Convener of the conference, Dr. Srejit, Head of the Departments, faculty members, participants, the technical staff members, and student friends and other members. Today we are here for the inaugural session of Icsee 2022. The International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment is the 8th edition of the conference on systems, energy and environment, and the 5th of its kind in the international level. The objective of this conference is to provide a common platform for engineers, researchers and technologists to present their ideas and views in the emerging areas of engineering and technology. The field of research included in this conference covers all the major disciplines in engineering. The theme of the conference is much relevant as the present world is facing an uphill task in the field of environmental management and its conservation, and also the energy management. The conference is organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering. We have received 220 papers. Out of that, 104 were selected after the peer review process. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Baiju Bai, the Director of Technical Education, Kerala, for her valuable support of the conduct of Icsee 2022. And also the program is conducted under the aegis of Directorate of Technical Education, Kerala, and I am thankful for the timely approval. And also the Department of Mechanical Engineering Head Dr. Srejit B and his colleagues have given enough thrust on this successful completion of this conference 2022. And also I thank our organizing committee conveners, organizing secretaries, Dr. Srejit and Dr. Govindan for their valuable work behind this conference 2022. And also I take this opportunity to thank our BOG member Dr. Sri Krishnan for his timely help and cooperation. I conclude my words. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is our great pleasure and privilege to have Dr. T.R. Sri Krishnan, HEG Professor in the Department of Biochemical Engineering and Biotechnology in IIT Delhi. He is the Board of Chairman. Professor Sri Krishnan has more than 30 years of experience in the field of wastewater treatment and waste management. Some of his research interests include waste engineering, environmental biotechnology development, production of biodegradable polymers, development of biosensors for monitoring environmental pollutants, and biological treatment processes for industrial waste streams. He is an invited member of advisory committees for organizations like PERI, CPCB, MNRE, BPCC, etc. He is the member of editorial board and associate editor of various journals. He has around 150 publications in various journals and conferences. Now I invite Dr. C.R. Srikrishnan to inaugurate ICSEE 2022.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Joining us today, either physically at the college or auditorium, and those who are joining from other parts of India. And good afternoon or good evening to everyone else who is joining from other time zones. I would like to start by extending a warm welcome to all of you to this conference, 5th edition of the International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment, in my capacity as a chairperson for the Board of Governors of Government College of Engineering, Kannur. I had participated in some of the earlier editions of these, and I still remember the time we could spend discussing various issues related to energy and environment when such meetings were held in person. I think the last one was maybe 2019 or something, 18 or 19. Last year we had, but it was again online. This is the second online edition. Anyway, I hope that this probably will be the last time we'll need to do this remote meeting, and probably we can meet each other in the next edition of this. But when you look at what has transpired between the last time we had this meeting and currently now when we are meeting for the 5th edition of this conference, I would like to highlight two major incidents. One is the war which is going on in Europe. You all know that there is a war going on in the eastern part of Europe, and the situation that is happening in one of our neighboring countries, that is Sri Lanka. The war in Europe has actually made countries take decisions on war based upon availability of fuel for energy production. This is the very first time any such thing has happened in this world. Normally people fight when you are involved in whether it is right or wrong to fight the war is a different thing altogether. I'm not going to sit in judgment of that. But the decisions being influenced very strongly by the availability or possibility of accessing fuel, because energy has become that critical. That is the main point I want to point out. If you read in between the lines of what is happening in the eastern part of Europe, you will understand what I am trying to highlight. People are aligned to different groups based upon how their energy supply lines are getting affected. Similarly, we read in the newspapers that in the neighboring country of Sri Lanka, people have to wait for 2 days in a queue to get their vehicles filled with gasoline. And there was also reports of a few people fainting or even dying because of the long wait to get the fuel. Obviously, energy is something which is inseparable from our day-to-day life. We need a so good and continuous, unaffected source of energy, and we know that that is going to change very drastically in the near future. There are two angles at which the energy issue is being looked at by people who are working in this area. Earlier we were looking at the possibility that the presently used sources of energy like the fossil fuels and other sources of energy getting depleted or not being available for in the near future. which is very much true. At the same time, now the focus has shifted. The now focus has shifted because many of the routes of energy are also having a serious, posing a serious threat to sustainability issues. So if you want to meet the requirement of energy, at the same time, not compromise our sustainability goals, then it is going to be really a steep order. We are now all the researchers who are working in this area. Hopefully, most of the people who are actually part of this conference are actually looking at how to actually overcome this problem and come out with possibilities of energy supply which are also environment friendly or which are also sustainable. You all know that fossil fuels are not going to subscribe towards this goal. We are looking at unconventional or non-conventional energy sources. But then one thing which comes to mind is solar energy. We all know that India is one of the founding members of the Global Solar Alliance along with France. Of course, it's a very good initiative. At the same time, we are still not resolved the sustainability of solar energy. Because I am somebody who is working in the area more focused on environment and environmental issues. What I can share with all of you is that what we do with solar panels once they have done their useful life is a question which is not yet answered by anyone. We don't have an answer to it. That is the major question that we are looking at. Of course, I am not saying that it is a question which is without any answer, but that has to be addressed and the answer has to be brought up by researchers, academicians and scientists who are working in this area, who are focusing on this. Because some of the technologies which are very good from the point of view of their efficiency in energy production from sunlight are also very detrimental to their environmental impact. A simple example I will tell you, those of you who are working on solar panels based upon the cadmium telluride technology, will know that cadmium is one of the most toxic metals which are available in the second, to be precise, second most toxic after mercury. Okay, so what do we do with this? Once we have already used these, they are one of the most efficient from the point of view of power production from solar energy. But once you have already used it, what do you do with them? Well, there is a possibility that we need to have a very well documented and properly designated mechanism for collection, recycling and proper management of the used solar panels, which is something which needs to be addressed in a proper way. So this is the only example that I am trying to focus on. So what I am trying to also address is that energy production and sustainability automatically brings in environmental issues and the need to look at energy or alternate sources of energy along with their environmental impact and how to manage that. So from looking at all these points, the topic of this conference, of course this is the 5th edition, but this is an evolving area, a lot of things are happening, a lot of new developments are coming up and we are learning new things. So it is also important that people who are working on these exchange notes, their findings, have an occasion to discuss among themselves, to find out what is the best way to go forward, to find and supplement our sources of energy without compromising on the environmental aspects. That is, as the Dr. Govindan said in the initial speech when the conference was being introduced to all of us, that sustainability is a focus. So energy with sustainability automatically ropes in environmental aspects and the need to address the environmental aspects or environmental possible environmental problems and their solutions. So this topic is one of the most relevant topics from this point of view for all of us who are working in this area, and I hope that this annual event is able to go forward as an every year and also in a much with a larger participation. And I am very happy to inaugurate the 5th edition of this conference this morning. I hope all of you have a fruitful time discussing, exchanging academic notes and coming up with new ideas which will actually contribute towards our goal of developing or coming out with new sources of energy which are not going to have detrimental to environmental health and sustainability of the planet. Thank you, and again welcome to the conference, and I wish you all good luck. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I hope others joining online are able to hear the participants and also those who are physically present there in the auditorium. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us and for sharing your valuable time with us. Now I invite the principal, Dr. V.O. Rajani, and the convener of the conference, Dr. Srijit B, for the release of proceedings. Dr. V.O. Rajani will hand over the proceedings to Dr. Srijit B.
ആൾക്കാര് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് പിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
Thank you, Rajani ma'am and Srijit sir. Now I invite Dr. Sajid K, Dean PG of GC Kannur for the felicitations.
Sir.
Very good morning to all. Honorable Professor Dr. T.R. Srikrishnan, Professor IIT Delhi and Chairman, Board of Governors of this institute, Honorable President of the function, Principal Dr. V.O. Rajani Madam, Convener of the conference, Dr. Srijit B, Head of Department, Mechanical Engineering, Organizing Secretaries, Dr. Govindan P and Shijin Maniyat, Equipe Coordinator Kishore Kumar, PTA President Lakshman Sir, and my dear faculty members, students and delegates of this conference. It's a proud moment for our institute to organize the International Conference on 5th edition of the International Conference on Systems, Energy and Environment. So this conference is being organized on on the theme of sustainable usage of energy and environment for the sustainable growth. So, and management of energy and environment for the sustainable growth. And I understand that we received about 220 papers, and after a rigorous review, we selected only 104 papers. That indicates the standard of this conference. And I am sure that this conference will act as a platform for the idea exchange and research collaboration among the researchers under this theme. I wish all success to this conference. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Kishore Kumar Mevi, Tech Coordinator, for the felicitations.
Respected Principal, Dr. Rajni Ma'am. Respected BOG Chairman, Dr. T.R. Srikrishna Sir. Respected HOD, Mechanical Engineering, Sriji Sir. Conference Organizing Secretaries, Govindan Sir, Shijan Maniyat. Our PTA President, Sri Lakshman Sir. My colleagues, keynote speakers, participants, and my dear students. This is the 8th edition of the Icsee and 5th edition at the international level. The objective of this conference is to provide a common platform for engineers and researchers to exchange ideas for a sustainable development. Now we know that the people living across the world are facing a lot of natural calamities because of the climate change caused by the increased greenhouse gas emissions. Now a lot of discussions and researches are going on to mitigate the climate change. In COP26, which was conducted in Glasgow last year, the United Nations recommended the countries to fast-track the phase-out of coal, restrain deforestation, and to accelerate the transition to electric vehicles. In COP26, India had committed an increase of 500 gigawatt non-fossil capacity and 50% of energy requirements with renewable energy by 2030. India targets net zero emission by 2070. For fulfilling these commitments, the academic community of our country also has an important role to make significant contributions. I expect the technical presentations of this conference for the next 2 days will bring out recent research outcomes in the field of energy and sustainable development and environment. I hope Icsee will provide a valuable opportunity for scientists, research scholars, students, and industry specialists to share their knowledge and experiences for a sustainable development. Also, I wish all the best for the successful conduct of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor Shijan Maniyat, Organizing Secretary of ICSEE 2022, for the vote of thanks.
Good morning. Respected Chief Guest Srikrishna Sir, our Principal Rajni Ma'am, and eminent personalities on the dais and off the dais, and all other participants in online mode. We have gathered here for our International Conference on System Energy and Environment 2022. As you know, this is our 5th international conference, and as a prestigious government institution, it is happy to see the steady growth of the number of papers and participants and year by year, and my duty is to deliver the vote of thanks in this inaugural session. I express my sincere gratitude to our Chief Guest Sri Krishna Sir he find his valuable time to spend for us, and he give us an talk on the environment and importance of environment and energy. So thank you for sir for your presence and your guidance. And next, I express our sincere gratitude to our Director of Technical Education, who have given timely approval and support for making this success. And next is our beloved principal. She's encouraging and he's leading and constant support make it as a grand success. Thank you, ma'am. Then next is our HOD Srijit sir, and who is leading from the front. And thank you, sir, for your support. And this time I remember our former HOD Rajesh Vanjipura sir, who have given a great start for making it possible. So thank you, Rajesh sir, who is not here. And with his also Mr. Jai sir, who have done tremendous effort to behind the screen to make it a success. So thank you, Jai sir. Then our tech coordinator Kishore sir for his support in financial and his valuable advice and all. Thank you, sir, Kishore sir. And our PTA president Lakshmanan sir for his support. Thank you, Lakshmanan sir. And next I thank our one of organizing secretary, our colleague Govinda sir, who is as I say, he's the backbone of this event, and his active involvement is not measurable. And I feel he's a diamond dust in GCEK. Thank you, sir, for your effort. And next is our Mahesh sir, who is a program coordinator and who is one of the pillar of mechanical and engineering in GCEK, and he has crafted this program as a grand success. Thank you, sir. Then next is our Suraj sir and his team for the technical brilliance, who made it as online and a success in this that hybrid mode. Thank you, Suraj sir and team. And I remember the contribution of our former professors T.D. John sir and K.M. Pidambaran sir in this time. And they have made the foundation strong and hand over us to do the things as simple as possible. So thanks them. And that's then all our GCK team who have actively participated in all the steps. And thank you all GCK team and our executive committee. Yes, they have done the role as executive in executive committees and as a different coordinators and all. And they are acting as a session managers in different session, co-chairs and chairs, reviewers. All they have made it as in this form. So thank you all GCK team. And all our reviewers and well-wishers, thank you all for your support. Last and not the least, our students and researchers who have made tremendous job in during the advertisement stage and collecting the paper. And thank you all for your support. And once again, I thank you all. So you use your valuable time in spending with us, and our participants also. We have got 200 plus papers, and we have selected. And actually, as I said, our reviewers work hard and find time and make our quality as strong. So thank you all. Once again, I thank you all for your support and your cooperation. And so by this, we are going to end this inaugural session. And as informed earlier, we have one of keynote address of Maheshwar sir, but he felt some COVID issues, and so he informed us to host difficulties to conduct that session. So with this program, we are going to conclude the inaugural session here. I will start the next session at 1 p.m. So thank you all.
Thank you, Professor Shichi. We conclude the program with national anthem.
सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जय गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Once again, thank you all for participating this inaugural session online and offline. Thank you.
എനിക്ക് ഇത് എല്ലാ സമയത്തും നേരെ പറഞ്ഞില്ല.